Today, I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous, simple one chunk base, complete with portal, enchanting, potions, crops, workstations, storage, and a stable. Plus, I'm going to give it to you in a Java and Bedrock world download, completely free. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Ep01, in my Minecraft build tutorials and world download series. I'm fairly certain that I make these series names up as I go along. Today, I've been asked to do, by a number of people, a one chunk base. So we're going to do a completely enclosed one chunk base. Everything is going to be within the chunk borders, and I thought I'd do it around here. I thought this would be a really nice area to build a base. We've got lots of different biomes: dark oak forest, birch forest, mountains, savannas, we've got plains. It's going to be a really nice place to build a base. And the reason that was important was that I'm going to release this world for download, not only for Java, but for Bedrock. So if you want to come in and just have a look around the base and copy it for yourself, you go for your life. But if you want to actually build your base around here and build an entire Minecraft world, I'd be delighted you do that too. Now, with any one chunk build, you want to make sure it's in a specific chunk and not just a 16 by 16 square. So let's find ourselves a nice chunk. If I press F3 and G, that brings up all of these chunk borders here, you can see, and I can find, let's just have a quick look around here. I know I saw one a little bit earlier on that was pretty flat, and is it this one? Pretty flat and within an entire chunk border. Yes, this is the fella that we're going to start building in. So in my head, I'm fairly clear how I want this base to go, but I need to put the outline on the map. So I'm tracing the inside of this chunk and making sure I've got some gaps towards what will be the front of this base. I then ring all the way around the chunk to create a 16 by 16 square, and I'm not allowed to work outside of that. I then need to clear all of the inside space of the grass and the sunflowers because they're just going to get in the way. We need to put some blocks down there. I thought the best way to start was by building a stone wall, so I'm mixing in some cobble, some normal stone, and also some stone brick, as well as the variants of the steps into this wall to make it look ever so slightly worn and a little bit countrified. However, I've kept the gaps at the front where I didn't build those paths because they are going to be the entrances. I want this base to be mob proof, so I'm using slabs and stairs in a random pattern across the top of the wall so as mobs can't go over it, except spiders, I appreciate, and also putting some gaps in there to make it look quite natural and rough. Now I've got the walls done, I can build some of the structure of this base, starting with the opening at the front. That 7 wide opening means that I can put a 7 by 7 square with 5 high logs, and that's going to be the primary structure for this entire base. I'm going to build something on the top of it, but this bit underneath is going to have a very specific purpose. I put some pop outs on that and I do them all the way around, and then I grab a wall because I need to block that bit off. As you've probably worked out by now, this bit is an animal pen, and specifically this is going to be a horse pen, the stable if you like for this base, which means that we can ride our horse straight out into the wilderness to go exploring. And as an animal pen, it's going to have a textured floor, that podzol and that coarse dirt, making it look like maybe the animals have pooed and churned up the dirt just a little bit. I'm then putting in a ceiling, a roof into that, which will act as a floor for the second stage where I will be living within this base. And then I just had to add a little bit of light to make nothing spawn. We place a couple of gates in the front and our entire compound is safe from mobs. And then I put a door and start to build steps up to that second level. Those steps are going to save us some space because space is a premium within a single chunk. I then extend the structure across to the other side because I've got plans for what's going on underneath there as well. And so I decided that this section would be the magic section. I place down the enchantment table, I get in a brewing stand, we place in an anvil, we've got everything we need to get our stuff enchanted. I then place in a ceiling exactly the same as the other side because this is going to be an open veranda, I think, so we can see out across the landscape from upstairs, safe in the knowledge that no mobs are going to get us. A base isn't a base unless you've got somewhere to work and sleep, so I started to work on the upper module of the house, the bit at the top of the stairs. I then used dark oak planks because I felt they really offset against that spruce and also the oak logs. I then made that veranda area safe by putting fencing all the way around to stop me falling off, because you know I will. I then put in the pop outs for the upper section, put some glass into the windows, and I started working on the roof. I edged the roof off with some stone brick steps, and I thought I'd use an extended gable, so I've put in some blocks as well to draw it out up to the sky. I'm going to make this roof out of oak, so I use some oak steps and also some stripped oak blocks just to finish off those gables. It gives a good contrast against those darker woods. I then put a little bit more roof on, but I don't finish it off because we want to be peeking in the top there a little bit later on. I'm moving on to the sides of this building by putting on some trapdoors on either side of the windows and also across the top of the windows to give it a little bit more depth, and also use some steps to put some window ledges on that we can put decorations on a little bit later. Put some embellishment separation onto that roof section just so as it separates out the dark wood from the lighter wood at the top. I then give more depth to the structure and we're pretty much done on that bit. I add in just a few more lights and then I start to work on a little bit of veranda decoration, a table with a couple of side tables and somewhere to sit. Obviously, I had to get a little bit of bush in. It's a compact living quarters with a bed, plenty of storage, various workstations, an armour stand with some netherite armour, and a few item frames with some tools put in it. We obviously put a bit of light in there as well, and now we've done that, we can cover up the roof. That's the right hand side of our chunk more or less finished. There's a little bit more detail to get on there, but it is pretty much done. However, the left hand side of the chunk has got absolutely nothing in it, so let's make that a more practical area. First thing I'm going to do is get just a little bit of farming stuff going on, and you can see we have got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide block. I'm going to take out that and that. I'm going to pop in some water there, and then I'm going to pop that grass down right there. I'm also, just for now, going to put some water there and we'll come back to that later. I can then hoe up this entire area up to 4 deep, and that will hydrate completely with that single water bucket, and it is relatively hidden. I can then get in some wheat seeds in stripes like this, and remember when you sow stuff in Minecraft, if you separate them out in rows like this, so you've got carrots between wheat, they do grow ever so slightly faster, so you'll get a little bit of a better yield. On this side, I'm just going to get this step, I'm going to pop a step there, and then all the way around here I can go 1, 2 and 3, and we've got some sugarcane growing as well. Now I need to add some additional details. I want to put in a chest just under here that we can keep any sugarcane in. I also want to put a chest there that we can put the crops in, and now I want to get myself a nether portal, so let's build that. And I think we are finished. We've got enough detail in this fella to make it look pretty decent, and everything is in there. Workstations, magic, potions, portal, crops, you name it. I think we've pretty much got it. Let's just have a quick look around. We've got our stable. I threw a couple of sheep in there as well, just for interest's sake. Easy to get in and out of there with those 3 gates. Watch the sheep, they'll probably try and escape. But inside our actual entrance, we can come inside. We've got our portal ready to take us through to the nether. We've got a little bit of decoration. We've got our sugarcane ready to grow. We've got our crops and storage. We've got all of the magic right there. And then we can get into our stable through that door. If I come up these steps and into the front door, I can show you inside here. We've got our bed, we've got various workstations set out quite nicely, plenty of storage, and all our tools and our armor are sat there ready for us. Through this door, we've got our veranda with a nice view out right across that dark oak forest and into the mountains, somewhere to sit and maybe have a drink or our dinner. Genuinely very pleased how this one came out. Now remember, this world is available for download in both Bedrock and Java. To get that, just go to my Discord. There is a free downloads folder available right there, and you can click on it, pull it down, and get it into your world so you can come and play on it as well. Let me know if there are any other one chunk builds, or any other builds for that matter, that you'd quite like me to do. I do take requests as long as they're sensible. If you have enjoyed that video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.